Hello, everybody. Wonderful to see you all. Thank you ever so much for joining Christine and I for the 2024 Vevox festive quiz. Give us away, Christine. Oh, it looks like you have just given us away. Christine's joining us all the way from the US of A today. Are you guys feeling super Christmassy? Yes, maybe, no. If you aren't already, hopefully you will do by the end of this fun half hour of quizzing. So pay attention, everybody. These are the rules of the quiz. There will be 3 rounds today, all themed around UK holiday traditions, US holiday traditions, and general Christmassy holiday themed knowledge.
We would love to hear about your festive holiday traditions. So do you have any unique family traditions or ways of celebrating at Christmas? You can just freely type in your responses on your phone or device. Oh my.
McDonald's on Christmas Eve. Amazing.
I don't think I've ever heard. Two?
Bad movies, yeah. Throwing ornaments at the tree to decorate it.
Whatever sticks, I guess.
Whatever sticks, yeah. Brilliant. My Christmas tree currently looks like a wreck because I've just got 2 new kittens, so they've pulled every single decoration off the tree that we have.
Wow,
There's lots of stuff coming in. What do we got there? Board games, very good. Cinema on Christmas Eve, or on Christmas Day, actually. Interesting.
I've heard of people that do that as well.
That's a good one. Do you want to bring that one up again? There we are. Not really a festive tradition, but my dad brings me a bacon and tomato sandwich for breakfast to my house. Love it.
I would say that that's a bacon and tomato sandwich.
And tomato. Copious amounts of wine. Love it. Cheese, bacon, and ale. They're all coming in super quick.
Board games. We just had a board game in my family, and it was a riot. We played Categories. I highly recommend it. Classic, oldie but goodie.
What was this one? After 8 challenge. Put an after 8 on your head and get it into your mouth. Really?
I don't know what an after
Whoever wrote that in, did you succeed? Love it. Excellent.
Got more responses.
We'll read out one more. What's the top one up there? Ooh, someone has 2 Christmases. As my wife is Mexican, so we celebrate 24th and 25th. Always get together with friends for games on Boxing Day. Lovely. Excellent. Cool. We'll close that off. Thank you so much for sharing all your holiday traditions. It's been lovely to hear, and also lovely to hear about how you spread the magic of Christmas. Excellent. So are you ready? Are you set? Excellent. So let's get going for our first round, which is all around the UK holiday traditions. So here in the UK, we absolutely love our Christmas crackers during our Christmas dinner. You can see a little picture there. Once you pop them, they make a lovely sound, and inside they contain a paper hat, a really rubbish Christmas joke most of the time, and a little gift, usually some kind of plastic hat. But yeah, we absolutely love them. Can you complete this Christmas cracker joke? So what kind of music do Santa's elves like? Dun, dun, dun. Some brilliant answers in there, no clue. So the correct answer was indeed, it was rap music. Very funny one there. Excellent. So let's move on to our next UK tradition, kissing under mistletoe. There we are. There's a bit of mistletoe. So yeah, if you Google it, there's lots of different stories around the evolution of kissing under the mistletoe. And yeah, still not entirely sure why we do it, but there we go. It was thought to come about in the 1700s. And apparently the Victorians absolutely loved it and made it very popular, and it's stuck ever since. Can you name what type of plant mistletoe is classified as? Is it parasitic, deciduous, evergreen, or climbing? Ooh, quite a spread of responses there. Parasitic and evergreen rather. So the correct answer, hopefully this one threw you a little bit. If we just get a correct answer up. Mr. Technical Man. Excellent. So it was parasitic and evergreen. So it's a shrub that grows on the branches of trees and lives off the nutrients and waters from the tree hosts. There we go. Excellent. So moving on to the humble mince pie. So us Brits absolutely love mince pies in the UK. We eat them by the bucket load, or at least I do. They usually consist of a sweet crumbly pastry filled with fruit, usually soaked in brandy, nom nom. And they're also flavoured with citrus flavours and spices. They weren't always sweet. Sometimes back in the days they were savoury. Can you name which key ingredient the Tudors put into their mince pies? So was it deer, lamb, swan, or peacocks? So super exotic there. Ooh, quite a split of opinion there. So well done to those of you who got it correct. It was indeed lamb, or also mutton back in the day. So mince pies back then had 13 ingredients to represent Jesus and the apostles, and included fruit, spices, and the lamb was supposed to represent the shepherds in the nativity story. So there we go. Awesome. So moving on to the Christmas elf. So fairly new tradition here in the UK. It starts on the 1st of December when Mr. Elf rocks up in your house. He usually comes with a note telling your child that they'll be reporting back to Santa on how well they're behaving in the run up to Christmas. Mr. Elf, whilst he's staying in your house, he usually gets up to all sorts of mischief, including our Vevox Christmas elf. Can you believe it? He's been very naughty and he's actually gone missing somewhere. So can you help us to find him? Have a look on the picture. This is a pin-on image, so tap the screen and make sure you hit the send button where you have located him. Where was he hiding? Oh, it looks like 17 of you managed to locate him. He was hiding just under the Christmas tree on the far right-hand side. Well done. So moving on to pantomimes. So in the UK, we absolutely love a good pantomime. Oh, no, we don't. Oh, yes, we do. These are usually musical comedies based around traditional children's stories and, yeah, fun family favourite for entertainment. But can you name which character traditionally leads the audience in shouting, "Who's behind you?" during a pantomime? Is it the good fairy, the pantomime dame, the villain, or the hero? See what everybody put. Ooh, quite a split again. Well, the correct answer was actually the good fairy. So 8% of you getting that correct. Well done to you. They're usually the one that prompts the "he's behind you" in the performance. So final question from me in this round, Christmas dinner, yum, yum, yum. So yeah, in the UK, if you're anything like me, it usually ends up with eating far too much and promptly regretting it, during which I usually fall asleep during the King's speech. But can you name which vegetable traditionally served with Christmas dinner is an industry worth 650 million? And the fields in which it's grown covers an equivalent of an estimated 3,240 football pitches in the UK. Wow. So is it carrots, red cabbage, parsnips, or Brussels sprouts?
For my US-based friends, a football pitch in football.
Ooh, excellent. Everyone did pretty well there. Yes, it is none other than sprout. I absolutely hate them, but yeah, no, they're very popular, especially when you put some bacon on with them. Excellent. So that's the end of the first round, the UK holiday traditions. Let's have a quick look at the leaderboard and see where everybody is. So we have Santa Claus in first place. Classic, very well named. He's obviously made a very special appearance for today's Vevox quiz. So getting 4 out of 6 questions correct there and being super quick. So all to play for, 2 rounds to go. Over to you, Christine, to tell us all about US holiday traditions.
Thank you, Charlie. So with the advent of technology, I assume less and less of these are being sent in the traditional postal mail. But do you know what year the first Christmas card was created in the United States? Was it 1820, 1843, 1875, or 1900? And the correct, quite a spread. With 2 numbers showing up. And the correct answer is 1875 by Louis Prang, and that is actually a picture of what the first Christmas card looked like. It had flowers on it, and it said "Merry Christmas," and he created this outside of Boston.
It's amazing, isn't it?
So here's another pin-on image question. It's common myth that poinsettias are poisonous to humans and pets. I'm happy to report they are not. However, you will all get an upset stomach likely if you eat them. Not sure why anybody would try to do that. But do you know which state in the US produces the most poinsettias? Once you select your state, that's right. Ooh, kind of all over the map. And the correct answer is California, with 7 million poinsettias produced annually. If I had to take a guess, I would assume it's because most of that state has phenomenal weather.
And I think that's also why my poinsettias die in the UK, because it's clearly far too wet and cold over here. Like, at least that's my excuse.
I love parades. I've been to 3 this holiday season. I don't think our friends in England have as much parade activity as we do. But do you know what the name of the famous US parade that takes place every Thanksgiving, and it's considered to be the start, the kickoff of the Christmas season? Is it the Macy's Christmas Parade, the Thanksgiving in the City Parade, the National Christmas Parade, or the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade? And the correct answer is almost everybody got that right. The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. It's a nationally televised parade. Takes place in downtown New York City, aka Manhattan.
Amazing. Well done, everyone.
So it's a big tradition when the Christmas tree makes its first appearance in Rockefeller Center. They actually televise the actual moving of the tree to its location. Do you know what city the famous Rockefeller Center Christmas tree is located? See what we've got. Wow. Okay. We've got a lot of people that know the answer to this. Some interesting ones pop up here. Yeah, the correct answer is New York City, also known as Manhattan. They are one and the same for our friends in England.
Amazing. Well done.
A popular pastime in the US and probably over there as well is to watch Christmas movies. I'm kind of surprised that there's really an entire industry and specific movies that are just made for the Christmas season. It's kind of funny when you think about it. So do you know which ones are the top ranked in order from highest grossing revenue to least grossing revenue? Can you organize these titles? Alvin and the Chipmunks, The Grinch from 2018, Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas from 2000, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, and Home Alone. So rate them top to bottom, highest to lowest revenue.
Loving our new Christmas jingle there.
And the correct answer is The Grinch. The one from 2018 was the highest revenue grossing film, and it was a $538 million movie. Christmas songs have been around for a long time. We have a lot of traditional songs, but we also have some really fun and new songs. How about the original Silent Night? Do you know what country did the Christmas song, the original Silent Night, originate? Was it in Denmark, Germany, Austria, or the Netherlands? And the correct answer is actually Austria. So let's take a look after round 2 and see how our leaderboard is performing. Let's see who's in the hunt. Oh, we have a change in position. Adam Abrams is now leading with 8 out of 12. Close second is Jamie Mowat and Carly Flanagan. So it's really anybody's game. Let's see who performs the best and takes the lead in round 3.
Excellent. So we're all themed around general Christmassy knowledge. Nice one for you to start. How many reindeers pull Santa's sleigh? So you've got some options there.
Wow. I didn't
Most
expect
people
that much of a spread.
Most people go for the right answer there. So it was indeed 9. They were Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donna, Blitzen, and Rudolph.
Can't forget Rudolph.
Don't forget Rudolph.
According to the Guinness Book of World Records, how tall was the largest ever built snowman? Was it 100 feet, 115 feet, or 124 feet? You need a lot of snow to produce any of those. The correct answer is 124 feet. And again, over in Austria, guess they get a lot of snow over there.
That's probably all of the snow across the UK combined, isn't it? We don't get a lot of snow in the UK. Cool. So a bit of a mathematician's question here. How many gifts were given in total in the 12 Days of Christmas song? Can you sing it in your head and out?
I don't think we should put a timer on this one. This one takes some calculation.
Christine's being kind. We'll give you a little bit extra here. But you do have to make sure you're doing it all in your head. Oh, 24 of you responded. Hey, we're showing the new number cloud here.
Wow.
So we've got quite a spread. Most of you go for 364. The correct answer was... We've skipped the correct answer. Let's go back. Everyone's in suspense. There you go. So over the course, the correct answer was 364 days. Over the course of 12 days, the true love gives 364 gifts. That's because the gifts are cumulative and each day the singer gets a repeat of the gifts from the previous day. So I hope you haven't caught you out there.
Looks like a couple people got that right based on the size of the number. That's shocking.
Impressive. Well done, everyone who got that correct. Have we skipped a question? Cool. We'll just go to that. So, which Christmas song begins with the lyrics, "You better watch out, you better not cry"? Is it Jingle Bells, Silent Night, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, or Frosty the Snowman? Yeah, nice easy one. Yeah, it's Santa Claus is Coming to Town. I feel like I need to sing it. Santa Claus is coming to. There we are. Well done to 89.66% of you got that right.
One of my favorite Christmas movies is A Christmas Story. What gift does Ralphie desperately want for Christmas in the movie A Christmas Story? Does he want a Slinky, a magic 8-ball, a BB gun, or roller skates? Ralphie wants a BB gun, more specifically a Red Ryder BB gun, and from that movie coined the famous phrase, "You'll shoot your eye out."
Also, I absolutely loved my Magic 8-ball as a kid. Spent hours asking it questions. Showing my age. Awesome. So a little map here for you. In which European country might you find money under the tablecloth when you sit down to eat the traditional Christmas Eve supper regalia? And hopefully I've pronounced that right. So this is a pin on image question. You just need to tap the screen and locate the correct country. Ooh, wow, quite a spread there. Looks like the fastest respondent, Steve Orton. Well done to you. It was indeed Poland. So it's quite an interesting dish. I'm not even going to try and pronounce some of the dishes, but it ends with being kind of fish orientated. And yeah, main dish of Christmas Eve across Poland.
In what decade did Coca-Cola start using Santa Claus in its advertisements? You're just going to type in what. Wow, lots of good responses here. And the correct answer is 1920. A bunch of you got that correct.
Excellent. Christmas isn't Christmas without the old Coca-Cola advertisement. Cool. So, which cartoon character is a Christmas Eve staple in Sweden and is watched by millions of Swedes every year? Is it Goofy, Donald Duck, Pluto, or Minnie Mouse? Christine, which one's your favourite?
I'm not a fan of Disney characters, so I'm the only American that has lived in the United States my whole life, and I've never been to Disney World, and I wouldn't want that.
It was Donald Duck himself. I'm not really a Donald Duck impression. Loved doing it with my children. And the tradition started in 1959 when the Disney special titled Donald Duck and His Friends Wish You a Merry Christmas ran on Swedish television. Back in those days, apparently there weren't very many TV channels, so it was watched by many and ended up being a Christmas Eve tradition. How cool is that?
Do you know what Christmas tradition is believed to have originated in Germany? Is it Christmas trees, Santa Claus, Christmas stockings or the Yule log?
Love it, Yule log.
And the correct answer is the Christmas tree, back in the 16th century.
Well done. I feel like I'm going to have that jingle stuck in my head for the rest of the day. Hope you'll have it stuck in your head too. I'm going to leave this one to Christine.
Sure. This is an interesting question because even though our friends in the UK do not have Thanksgiving, they still have these days, which is kind of funny. Do you know what shopping day is the most popular for online shopping in the US? Is it Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or Thanksgiving? And the correct answer is Cyber Monday. Over 70 million or 90 million Americans hit the buy now button on that one day to kick off holiday shopping. There's a Netflix called Buy Now. I highly recommend everybody watch it.
Brilliant.
All right, so let's see how our leaderboard is looking.
Will I do a drum roll? Hopefully you can hear it. That's amazing.
Adam, it looks like you are the first place winner with 16 out of 23. Close second is Arif Khan, and close third is Jamie. But Adam, you get the bragging right for Christmas know-it-all. Yes. You also so send us a screenshot of your leaderboard and email that to hello@vevox.com, and we will in turn send you your Amazon gift card. Congrats, Adam.
Well done, Adam. That's impressive. Huge well done to everybody. I hope you really enjoyed the Christmas quiz today. For anyone looking to run their very own Christmas quiz, either to colleagues or friends, we have uploaded a whole load of awesome Christmas questions into the dashboard. So if you navigate to the polls and to the import button, we've done all the work for you. So Kate, my colleague from customer success, is going to jump on in a minute and just show you how to do that. If you would like to stay on for an additional 5 minutes, if you want to find out about how to do quizzing in Vevox, there she is, the lovely Kate. She's going to jump on and just do a very quick demo and training session for you. We will leave the Q&A board open, so if you have any questions around Vevox quizzing, do feel free to send them in to us and we'll get some responses to you. On behalf of Christine and I, it's been absolutely awesome to have your company this afternoon. Thanks ever so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for playing.
Yeah, we'd love to wish you a very Merry Christmas. Happy to have a lovely week. Indeed, yeah, a very happy new year. So we'll see you all in the new year if we don't speak to you beforehand. And over to Kate.
Okay, so yes, thank you to Charlie and Christine. And so for those of you that have stayed on, I'm just going to start sharing my screen now for you and just give you a quick show around how to make a similar quiz of your own. Okay, so you guys should now be seeing my dashboard. So to sort of start creating a quiz, what you want to do is start off in a session. So I am going to assume a small level of knowledge of Vevox for this, just due to constraints today. But we do have an amazing help site with an article of practically everything, and also a getting started webinar every week as well, if you are completely new to making your own sessions and things like that. So yes, as I was saying, if you start off in a session that you are wanting to make your quiz, so you can see that I am in the session that Charlie and Christine were using. And then what you want to do is simply just go ahead and create a new polling question, so like you would normally. So just by going ahead and clicking create new at the top here. And then just, again, as you normally would, choose a question type. So with your quizzing, you can use any of your question types as normal, apart from the rating and the word cloud, as those will not allow a correct answer. But so, for example, I'm just going to go ahead here and just start with a multiple choice question. And then I'm just going to copy and paste across a question that I have already made, just so you don't have to see me typing lots of things. So I am just going ahead as normally would by putting in my question here and my choices. And then to make it a quiz question, all I would need to do is indicate that it has a correct answer. So in order to do that, I would just go to the choice that is my correct answer. So that is this one for this question. And I would just go to the end of the line here and click the A with a tick to signify that that is my correct answer. You can see that has highlighted it there for me. And then just scrolling down a little bit more, it's now also popped up this correct answer explanation box for me as well, where I can put in that explanation as to why that is the correct answer if I wanted to do so. You'll notice that Charlie and Christine had these running through their quiz. And then if I wanted to just go in and personalize my polling question a little bit more, I can do that in a few ways. So one of the ways, recently at the beginning of this month, we had a new update. I'm not sure how many people have had a chance to play with that yet, but you'll notice that we now have the little A icon in my question text box, as well as my correct answer explanation box at the bottom. So if I click on that, it is allowing me to give the option of adding rich text to my question. So perhaps putting things in bold for emphasis, also having line breaks and things like that. And so that is one way to just sort of personalize it a bit further. And also to the right of my box here, you've got the Canvas image where you can insert an image to your question. So you can either use the image library or upload an image here. I believe I have one saved. I do, yes, because I didn't have Die Hard on our image library, unfortunately, but I think that was stretching the boat with that one. So if I just pop my question in here, my image into my question even, sorry. And then you can also add some images to your choices as well. So to the left of each choice, you can see you've got the Canvas image as well. And then just scrolling down again, you can see that you've got the option here with my multiple choice question to change how I want my results to show, whether it be a bar chart or a pie chart. So within Charlie and Christine's quiz today, they actually used both, you might have noticed. So it's just a way of mixing things up if you are doing multiple choice questions in a row. And then lastly, you've at the bottom here, you've perhaps got more of the, depending how you look at it, more of the sort of exciting fun settings. So you've got the option to either apply your default poll settings, which I will show you where you can find those in a second, or you can choose to apply custom settings for this poll alone. So if I just click on that, you'll see it then brings up these options for me. So these custom settings are things like displaying your real-time results, which for a quiz, I assume you won't want to have on. But if you were doing an icebreaker question at the beginning, things like that, you might want to just toggle that on there. You've also got things such as displaying the result on the poll close, and you've got your countdown music, which we had playing for you during our quiz just there. And also the ability to turn on your countdown timer and set the duration per each individual polling question. So you really can personalize and customize each question that you add. So if you have a particularly difficult question, you might just want to make the timer a little bit longer on that one, for example. And then when I'm happy, as usual, I would just hit create. And you can see that it has bounced that down into my session here. So I would just sort of rinse and repeat that for as many polling quiz questions that I would like. I've also got the option next to my create new here to add it in, use my AI to sort of add my quiz questions for me. So if I am struggling with ideas potentially, I could use that. Also, in fact, on that, if you go in, so Charlie did briefly mention this, if you are creating a session, so if I go and create a new session for you and I don't have any polls, you can see that we have our templates here. So you can actually find our festive quiz here. So this is a bunch of different festive questions for you, so being around Christmas and also around sort of New Year questions as well. And then, so jumping back a bit, I said I was obviously going to go to show you our default poll settings. So just to go to that, what you want to do is from within your session, go to your settings here, go to features, and then here you can see we have our poll settings. You can see it does also say here that these settings do just apply to all the polls using the default settings, so not those where you would have gone in and changed the custom settings. So similar to the custom settings, you've got the display real-time results, result on poll close, your countdown music and your timer. What you also have here is your speed scoring. So speed scoring is what enables people what enables you to just have the one person in first place. So whereas before you might have more than one person in first place because 3 people got the same amount of questions correct, this stops that by adding an element of who answered correctly the quickest. So this was turned on for the session just now. So you may have noticed this going in throughout, that you have the tidbits on the side saying who answered the quickest and obviously correctly. And we obviously had the one winner, well done Adam, at the end there. So this is where you would turn that on. If you didn't turn that on though, you can still within your leaderboard, which I will show you how to get to in a minute, you will have a button at the bottom that just says to click speed scoring. So you just click that and it will flip that leaderboard. So it won't give you the little tidbits on the side as you go throughout, but you can still use the main leaderboard at the end to flip it to speed scoring if you do find that you have multiple people in first and you forgot to turn that setting on. So lastly, if I just hop into present view, so I'm just going to close the leaderboard there. So in my present view, again, just assuming some knowledge that you know about our little taskbar at the bottom, but what I'm just going to show you here is how to access your leaderboard. So to do that, it is to the left of your toolbar here, and it is the little trophy icon here on the far left that you would just click to bring up your scoreboard there. And then to close it, you would simply click there again. And yes, so that is sort of a very quick introduction there to making a quiz for you. I hope you can see it's sort of very straightforward and easy to make it super fun and engaging for people. And don't forget that you also have our help site and things like that.